So, hi, Michael. Thank you for accepting the invitation to participate in this initiative. As I told you, we're talking about your company, CemeCon Scandinavia. So let's just begin. Tell me, what's your business idea in circular economy?
So our business in circular economy is a circular bioeconomy is it's a bit tricky to say actually, because we are a company doing surface treatments, and the idea here is actually to use circular biosources as building blocks for state-of-the-art coatings for the industry. That is the business idea from our perspective in circular bioeconomy.
And what did
In
you
brief.
like? Where did you get the inspiration? How was your inspiration come to that idea? What inspired you?
So we are part of a network of companies who collaborate on a project, and it's in that network where we've actually developed the idea. So we do these coatings already today, but with metal raw materials and materials from the petrol-based industry, and well, through inspiration on from various sources, we've been working on implementing circular economy in our business concept, and this is an area where we've managed to also include sustainable resources in our product portfolio. So the inspiration comes through connecting and networking with people in this industry and area.
Great to hear that. And apart from that connection and that inspiration, how is a normal working day for you? What do you do on a daily basis?
I think as many others in a small company and us, I have quite a few different let's call them titles or caps that I wear during a day. There's a lot of coordination between partners and projects and customers. I manage a small R&D team, so I need to make sure that we progress in the work that we do in the different projects that we're working on. And then I also need to keep all the people here happy. So there's also some work taking care that people like working here, so we can recruit the best people to work for us. When you're let's say when you're young and you're trying to start something, I say our business is actually already 18 years old, but we restarted the company 4 years ago, so we see ourselves as a 4-year-old startup. Starting something up, it's important that you keep good employees, and yeah, you don't necessarily have all the money in the world that you would like to, so you need to be creative, and sometimes you have some long days, and but that's just how it is.
Well, it's great because you also never get bored, I guess, with a lot of work and on many different roles. So just leaving that kind of information behind about the company, I want to tell about you. What's your study, your career path?
So I very traditionally I have taken a university education. I've been studying nanoscience at the university in Aarhus here in Denmark. Both have the master and bachelor degree. The nanoscience education is in Aarhus, it's a mixture of physics, chemistry, and biology. And I actually specialize primarily within the area of biology and medicine. And so I've been studying how to use proteins and natural parts of the body as drug carriers to do drug delivery. But I think I needed a change of scene, and also, well, sometimes you need to grab the opportunity that comes before you, and I got the opportunity to work here in this company. And since we are doing what would normally require quite a bit of physics, I had a profile where I could bring in some, let's say, some alternative knowledge also with chemistry and molecular biology.
And how did you get like to actually be an entrepreneur? Like, how was it? Did you before some kind of do an internship, or how was it that path?
Nothing just come naturally. Yeah, all the way from I've always been working, working on different ideas, try to see how I can transform a good see if, well, qualify something is a good idea, and if it's a good idea, turn it into something useful, even though if it's not my chance, then I make sure to share it with someone who can utilize it. I've been working before studying at university. I was working in a shop as a manager of a department. It's been interesting for me to have my own, at least let's call them project babies, that can be turned into something innovative, that do something that makes a difference for the environment and for people. I believe that it's much easier to justify to spend a lot of hours, and it gives some incentive to actually work on it.
And what would you say are the challenges you faced as a young sustainable entrepreneur?
Hours. There's simply not enough hours in a day. I think that's one of them. Then there's always creating the right network, and also believe in your possibilities. I think the last 2 years has been different for well, the corona pandemic has not made it easier to network. It has not made it easier to actually get funding, and it's made things a lot more different. But if we look besides that, I think securing funding is probably one of the things that can keep you awake at night, because we have employees, and their daily lives depend on that we actually manage to bring them money. And well, some days is easier than other days. So a lot of work has been done in securing investors who can, let's say, they can have our back in the case that we don't manage to stand on our own legs. And I think that is very important. The sooner you can find someone who can invest in your company and that believes in you. And I don't know if I have a good advice. Just believe in yourself and continue trying, and not be too annoying.
So that will be basically your advice to students, or do you want to give something more apart from believing in yourself?
Yeah, I think that's the primarily well, also saying that I do believe that if you love what you're doing, you're probably much better at it than if you don't love what you're doing. And that's not always the option. But if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, you should make sure that what you do is something you like. And if you find yourself not liking it at some point, then maybe you're doing something, well, then my advice might be that you should try to look yourself in the mirror and see if that's really what you want to do. Because when you work on something you love, you have a much better day. And as a young entrepreneur, well, you only have so much time. And I do believe that a balance between work life and your time off is very important to have a fresh mind. So don't work too much. And if you have a family, make sure to spend time with them. And well, the more you love your job, then it's maybe also easier sometimes to justify that you spend a little more hours on it. But make sure to relax when you're not working. Make sure not to work. That's a very important thing.
Great, Michael. Thank you for everything and for these inspirational words. I would say like some important remarks out of this interview is to create the right network, to believe in your possibilities. And something you also mentioned was to turn your ideas into something useful that is good for society also. That's basically also what you're doing with your company and with using these bio-based products and all of this circular economy, etc. So thank you for this short interview, and we hope to see your company and all the things that you are creating out there. So thank you.
Thank you.